Okay.
Now I can.
Now you can't?
Yeah.
Okay. Now joining us is Amy Adams. Amy, congratulations on a great effort here tonight, especially that first game. Talk about how you guys came out tonight and just the focus you had to play, because that might have been some of the best volleyball I've seen.
Yeah. Well, we came into the game knowing that Harlan was a very good team. They always have been. So we just came out and knew we had to play our best and came up.
Talk about how everything was clicking for you. You guys passed well, served well, hit well. What did you see from them, and how were you able to kind of pick the spots that you wanted to go?
I think they were probably a little shocked because sometimes we get off and on of how we play, but this game was actually pretty consistent of how well we played.
Game 2 might have been that off one?
Yeah.
Or what happened there? Did Harlan play better, or did you guys maybe just not come out quite as good as you did in Game 1?
We were just playing. We gave them our errors, kind of, but they did pick up their games. They weren't just giving us their errors anymore. They're actually working hard.
Talk about how they tried to block you tonight. You hit out of left, right, and middle. Did you see differences in the way they tried to block you?
Yes, when I was hitting outside, I could tell they were trying to hit. They're trying to block me cross because I usually hit cross, so that was tough to hit.
How did they work you when you were in the middle, or when they would slide you over to the right?
I just had to do different plays in the middle, go behind, go in front, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Amy, we were asking earlier, has Coach started a fundraiser yet for you and Kira putting dents in the floor when you guys are done, you have to replace it? Has he brought that up at all?
Oh, I don't know about that.
You know, we talked about, you're such an amazing hitter. I mean, you're dropping balls inside the 10, and that makes your tip shot work. But talk about that. How do you try to do a ratio of hits to tips?
Well, you just have to, when they expect to hit, that's when you have to tip it. If you go up through your approach, looks like you're going to hit, and you tip it right above their block. Usually works.
Amy, you're playing all the way around again this year. Talk about how comfortable you are in the back row, because I think you play well back there.
Yeah, well, if sometimes if I don't feel comfortable playing, sometimes I have an off night, then I tell, I have to just work harder in the back row.
Do you feel like you're passing well this year, though, and serve receiving well?
Yeah, pretty well. Better than I did last year. I've been working really hard on it through club and stuff.
How much do you think you've grown as a volleyball player from last year to this year?
I pretty much, I don't know, I think I've grown a lot more than I expected. I played club last year for the first time, and I think that just, for me playing all year round, it gives me more practice and stuff like that.
Third game, you guys actually trailed, and it kind of went back and forth, able to pull it out late. What was the difference, do you think, late in Game 3 for you guys?
We just came out knowing that we had to win. Just we got the momentum back, and we knew how bad we wanted to win.
Well, I tell you what, Amy, congratulations. Thanks very much for joining us here in the postgame.
Thank you.
You bet. Amy Adams. I think we've got Kara Peter waiting down here to join us.
She's taking selfies down there.
Selfies taken down there before she comes up. But
it's that freshman stuff. You know, they're down there taking pictures. Silly freshman.
Kara, you might be a freshman getting selfies down there, but you don't always play like a freshman. Talk about your game here tonight. How did you feel out there?
Well, I felt like we came out very strong, and like Harlan never comes back. And I just tried to stay up the whole time, play big, not play like a freshman, and yeah.
Does anybody talk to you about that, or did you just know kind of, hey, I'm getting time as a freshman, but I got to play kind of above that freshman level?
Oh, yeah, I got to play up. We got big hitters. We got Amy, we got Kaylee, Grace, Macy, we got all of them. So I got to step up, not be a freshman.
Is that some of the challenge that you feel, just being a part of this club?
Yeah, I feel like I got to play big. I just got to be big.
You know, one thing about it, we talked about it, you were probably the one girl tonight that stayed consistent on hitting. And I think that's part of what you're talking about. You can't be a freshman. You're not tipping. We teased Amy, but you as well. By the time you guys get done, they're going to have to fix this floor because you're putting dents in it. You know, and that's one thing. So is that what you're talking about? When you get up, I don't see you tipping. You're taking big swings. Is that what your goal is?
I'm just trying to get it in, and I'm not too consistent with my tip yet, so I'm just going for the big swing and just get it in.
How are you kind of working on it, and how do you base where you're going to go on your swing depending on what the defense gives you. How do you work on that, and what did you see tonight?
Well, Kaylee's helped me, like, where the block is to go around. She tells me, like, I'll go one kill, and she goes, good job going this way. Back is open. She just helps me. They all help me with everything.
Are you sure you're not like a third-year freshman? You're seeing and doing things that most kids don't see. And congratulations to you on that, because it's really hard.
Thank you.
I've seen you grow up playing. You've always hit this hard. I mean, you hit this hard last year. But talk about the block. You know, I noticed you and your sister really look like you enjoy blocking together. Do you grab each other's ponytails or anything when you're in the air?
I don't know. Like, we're just so big, and we're like twins. We just do the same thing, and we just block. It just works.
You mentioned that your sister helps you with a lot of things. Talk about the communication you two have when you guys are on the floor together, or even maybe when she's on the bench and you're out there.
It's always just, hey, go around this, do this, you're good at this, you're bad at this, fix this. It's all good.
No, not from a sister.
No, not at all.
Do you ever just look at her and say, no, I'm fine?
I'm just like, Kaylee, I'm okay. Like, don't ruin my vibe.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here tonight. Great job all season. Thanks for joining us here in the postgame.
Thank you.
Kara Peter again with the Kuemper Knights. We'll get head coach Keith Stickrod up here on the headphones. He'll join us here in just a second as he makes his way up. And, Coach, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congratulations. A 3-0 victory. I tell you what, if everything would have went the way it did in game one, we'd have been out of here 45 minutes ago. That was some awfully good volleyball you guys played in that first game.
Yeah, I would say so. It's probably spot on as you can play a game. Things are just going our way. I think games 2 and 3, we kind of almost got too relaxed, thinking, it's going to go the same way. But, it's Harlan. They got some good athletes, and, we just can't do that to ourselves.
Have you seen this team play anywhere close to what they did in game one tonight this season?
I think up there at Sac City, or at the Southern Cal tournament, we had moments of it, but not a game like it. We had nice games all the way through, game solid one. But we still got to get 1, 2, 3 games through that, because we're capable of that every game.
How hard is it to get this group, or even just to get any group, kids, they're 14 to 18, to realize that they've got to stay mentally sharp the entire time like that?
I wish I knew that.
It looked to me like, Coach, it started with your passing in game 2. They kind of relaxed. You weren't getting the ball up to the setter, and it kind of all went from there. Is that what you were seeing?
Yeah, we had some, I'd say few passing errors, and I thought, and serving errors at the wrong time. I mean, there was no right time for it, but I thought Harlan had a little momentum going, and what we do, we go back in, service error. So it's little tense stuff that they got to get over.
We were talking about, and teasing Amy and Kira about maybe you're going to have to do a fundraiser and fix all the dents they put in the floor, but Kira, to me, was probably your most aggressive hitter tonight. I don't remember her tipping. She just really stayed after it all night.
Yeah, if you've seen this at all, she is that way. Very composed, always attacking, arms straight high. It's very efficient. I mean, you couldn't ask any for her, and she's a freshman, so I got her for 3 more years. So it's just something cool to watch.
Coach, did you see Harlan make any adjustments after that first game to the way that defensively they were playing you that made it a little tougher to be able to get on that kind of a
roll?
roll?
They're back of rotation on us, so I don't know if that changed much. I think it's more just we had a lot of errors, I thought. Just personally, I thought I'm not taking anything away from Harlan, but I thought we had, like, a service errors at the wrong time, serve receive errors. We've been passing the first game was spot on. Like I said, we're passing right at threes every time, and boom, boom, boom. And then we got a couple shanks here and there, and I think we missed the one, and it kind of lose our confidence right away. We just got to get over that right away.
Well, we were talking about in game 3. It looks like the girls can just flip a switch and go when they knew it was tight and they needed to go. They just kind of flipped that switch, and off to the races you went again.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way. And like I said, I don't call timeouts with this team because it just feels like, okay, when are you going to do it? I'm waiting for it. And I'm lucky that way. But, yeah, just kind of, we can't rely on that through the season because it's going to be close ones. We're going to have Will Center coming up, St. Albert's on Thursday. My goodness, we have to go there and play St. Albert's. A very tough match. So we're going to be able to mess around like we did the games 2 and 3. Or 1, 2, and 3, yeah.
Coach, we talk a lot about Kara, Kaylee, Amy, kind of the lead hitters, but I was really impressed with the way Gray comes out, swings hard. Macy swings hard for you. Allie Mertz came in. This is a team that you've got options, and you're pretty deep with kids that'll go out and play for you.
Yeah, Macy Lubbock's come in. She last Saturday played her best games ever for me. Just excellent playing, and she continued tonight with that. Good play. We got nice height up there and strong swings.
You talked about game 1 as we go back to that, but I thought Maddie Wagner passed well.
Oh, yeah.
I thought your entire back row, and even, back into game 3 and from there on, they passed really well on serve receive for you tonight.
Yeah, they have. I know somebody focus off in practice. You know, I don't know if it always works in practice, but we can work out a lot. I mean, I'd say last year he told me what you do in practice, we probably hit 90% of the time. This year we're passing 90% of the time because I think my hitters are there. So we're just going to pass. I know they don't like it, but it's the way it's going to be.
It really looks like it. I mean, you can see it. Your kids are confident when they're back there passing, you know, whether it be over their head. They're not really worried about the out-of-bounds line. They're going after everything. I think there's 2 or 3 balls that I talked about Taylor Promise took on a tip that were out of bounds, but you're confident enough with your hitters that I don't care. Get it in, let's go.
That's right, yeah. Taylor's just playing awesome. I mean, tell her, she's just all over the court, and her big thing this year is I keep telling her, talk, constructive talking. Tell the hitters where they're at. That's what we have to do, is just be smart all the time. We don't have to be cheerleaders out there. We got to be smart players out there. What's going on in the game? And just sometimes I have to remind her that during the game, hey, what's going on? Who's my hitters? We can have timeouts. I ask players, who's our hitters out there? They should know that. So, I mean, that's what we got to keep working on, is be smarter players.
Coach, one last question for you here. Abby Lorman tonight, I thought really in that first set and then after that tonight, she kept everybody involved, moved it around. I thought made it hard for Harlan to be able to figure out where to go with their block a lot of times.
Yeah, it made it hard for me to watch it, too. I mean, just all over. She was just, I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, she's playing phenomenal, just mixing the ball up. But again, like Jeff, they say, it comes with the pass right away. I mean, it does. It has to be the pass. And we're getting those passes right to our setter where she can do that. And it's just nice to see that.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, appreciate you joining us. I get to see you down in St. Albert coming up Thursday.
All right,
looking forward to it. Absolutely. Head Coach Keith Stickrod again with the